shouldn't even collect taxes from people. Port alone should be. If you lose 7 trillion and your budget is less than 7 trillion, what does it tell you? We have not mentioned oil.
The FIRS will come harder.
The FIRS
for saying that we shouldn't even collect taxes from the population. But looking at this very critically, yes, what must we begin to do to address the concerns that lawyers face, or should I say the support staff as well, yes, face, just so that we are able to get files not missing, for instance, be able to have a smooth process, yeah, that is according institutionalized processes?
Yes. Now, first thing I had said is that if we want to start fixing our country, Nigeria, our nation, first is to look at some of the areas where you need to fix up, and that is the security agencies and the judiciary. You look at them critically, even if it means paying them the way you pay FIRS or the way you pay NNPC or the way. But people look at it from what are they producing, how much are they getting. So somebody says in NNPC the person is making $1 billion, and the person says in the judiciary they are not making any money. When you look at it from that area, you're looking at it from a regressive point of view, because this is the man who will help you secure the money in NNPC or in the ports. These two people, the key persons, the security agencies, particularly police and the EFCC and those group, and the judiciary, you pay them as much as you pay people in FIRS. You pay them as much as you pay people in the NNPC.
How much do the people in the NNPC get?
It's not something that we can start discussing, because you know an average cleaner.
Do you have an idea?
Yeah, I know that all of them goes into 3-4 figures. If you see a manager in NNPC, you're looking at 1.3, 1.4 million.
Monthly?
Well,
yes.
Let's leave that, because they'll tell you, do you work there? What do you mean? How did I tell you that? But, you know, has that been, do I say, a deliberate attempt, a collaborative one at that, on the part of the bar and the bench, to ensure that they begin to challenge or do something about this question of support staff who really, as you say, have the majority of this concern about the judiciary?
The bar and the bench have not really started taking this serious. We only talk. We talk, we go home. You know, nobody...
Even the CJN?
No, the CJN, you know, he has a lot of things challenging him. He has a lot of challenges around. He has the challenges of the judges. He has the challenges from the civil service. He has the challenges from the executive that has continued to paint them black. You know, so by the time he looks at all those things, he's overwhelmed. And remember that he's not as young as you and I. So he has limits of what, you know, he can do as an individual.
But do they complain?
And he is also sitting as a judge.
Do they complain?
They won't complain. You know, you can never hear him apart from such statements.
And that's always the same.
And that is why the lawyers should speak for them.
Yeah, but should we? Because I mean, I see other African countries here. The judiciary, they've got spokespersons of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
So why is that not happening here? If that's going to take some weight off his shoulder.
The way the legal practitioner, or rather the judiciary is just the way you have it in UK. Ordinarily, they ought not to talk. The lawyers are supposed to, the MBA is supposed to speak for them, especially in certain issues.
But even other countries that have, they're recognized by UK, they've got spokespersons in Africa here, so why?
How many times have you had any from the UK where the judiciary is talking?
No, but there are reforms. Even there are certain reforms that we've done in judiciary here that some UK courts think, oh, yes, we should also do some of this. And we've heard them say these things. No, so why can't we do it?
No, the reforms, just like the CJ did now, and said we want to look at reforms. In our various fora, when we meet with them, we also discuss these issues. The problem we have as Nigerians is that we discuss, we present wonderful papers. But to walk the talk becomes easier. To look at it, timelines. What do you do in the next 1 week? What do you do in the next 1 month? What do you do in the next 6 months? What will be your output? What do you achieve at the end? Is it measurable? Have we started looking at how to measure our achievements? Now, if we talk about finance, which we know is a major issue, funding. When you don't have funding, you encourage corruption too.
But the judiciary, they know the weight of importance, how important that particular arm of government is in a democracy. Why
Who knows the
judiciary?
Okay, they know the importance,
Yeah,
right?
they know the importance because
Yes.
if the judiciary fails, we know the implications for democracy.
Yes.
Why is it that you just talk and no action?
First, the other day we were arguing whether National Assembly should have more than 150 billion or should have up to 150 billion naira in the budget. We've never discussed how much would the executive have in their own budget. We've never discussed that one. Now, how much do they have in the judiciary budget? We are not interested in knowing whether they gave them 50 billion or 70 billion and how many people are going to share this money. Now, if judiciary is talking and you're not paying them, they're not doing anything,